como las hojas al viento, como el sol espanta el frío, como la tierra la lluvia, como el mar espera el río, así espero tu regreso a la tierra del olvido.
Como naufragan mis miedos, si navego en tu mirada, como alerta mi sentido, con tu voz enamorada, con tu sonrisa de niña, como me mueves el alma, como me quitas el sueño, como me robas la calma.
Mi vida porque sin tu amor yo me muero. Chopacho, broncona, chopacho.
They aimed 4 water cannons at our home, and they were turned on full force. And according to the firefighters, each hose emits 10,000 pounds of water pressure per minute.
May 13th, 1985 is more than a day of infamy, when a city waged war on its own alleged citizens, but also when the city committed massacre and did so with perfect impunity. When babies were shot and burned alive with their mothers and fathers, and the killers rewarded with honors and pensions, while politicians talked and the media mediated mass murder. On that day, the city, armed and assisted by the U.S. government, dropped a bomb on a house and called it law. The fire department watched buildings ignite like matches in the desert and cut off water. The courts of the land turned a blind eye, daubed mud in their socket, and prosecuted Ramona, Africa, for having the nerve to survive an urban holocaust, jailing her for the crime of not burning to death. 11 men, women, and children died, and not one killer was even charged with a misdemeanor.
Good afternoon, or good morning, I should say. Good morning. It's been a long while since I've been in this program, so I forgot if it's day or night. So I want to just welcome you to Impacto Latino. You saw the change of name there. It's still on the Impacto Cristiano. Months will be Impacto Latino starting from today, and I'm very happy, excited, because we initiating this this new Impacto Latino, not with a Latino personality, but she will impact our viewer today. That I can assure you. First of all, let me direct to our Hispanic population to let them know exactly what this program is all about today. Quiero darle un saludo a nuestra audiencia hispana que están escuchando este programa o están mirando esta programación y darle la bienvenida a Impacto Latino. Comenzando desde hoy este programa, estaremos pues bajo el nombre de Impacto Latino, trayendo la cultura, el palpitar y todas las perspectivas de los latinos, el crecimiento de los latinos, las problemáticas, inmigración. Bueno, vamos a hablar acerca de todos esos temas que tienen que ver con que impacte a los latinos y cómo los latinos están impactando no tan solamente en la nación de los Estados Unidos o en el mundo, sino particularmente localmente aquí en el estado de Delaware, especialmente en Wilmington y el condado de Newcastle. En el día de hoy está conmigo dos personajes muy importantes Creo que algunos de ustedes recordarán en el 1978 el movimiento MOVE allá en Filadelfia, durante el periodo de Frank Rizzo y durante el periodo del alcalde Wilson Good. Estos fueron un grupo controversial para muchos. Yo conocí a Ramona África hace 2 meses y me impactó. Y por eso ella va a estar aquí en el día de hoy. I just share with our viewer in Spanish that today's program presents itself or will present itself to be very interesting. 2 months ago, I think 2 months ago more or less, I met Ramona África, as you guys saw in the introduction of the program, and we became friends. I didn't know much about the movement, about their struggle, other than what I saw in the news. But when I met her and I met her family, and I think she was eating crab, learning to crack the crabs for the first time. And my sister Luz actually was helping her. I think my sister trained her to how to eat the crab. But during that time of solidarity, I learned to see the other side of this person. And I grow an interest. And because of that, I wanted to share her with our viewer. And today I have Michael África, her brother, and I have Ramona África with us. And I want to welcome both of them to our program. Ramona, first.
Gracias.
Gracias. Oh, that was in Spanish. Yes. And Mike.
Thanks.
Let me start with Mike África. You were how old in 1978?
I was born in 1978.
You was born during the struggle or during the incident?
During the first major incident.
Okay.
My mother was locked up in 1978 in August, and she was pregnant with me at the time.
Wow.
And a few weeks later, I was born in the prison at her house of correction, in the prison cell.
So how that, if I might call it tragedy or incident, have impacted your life?
Honestly, makes me feel good. I mean, here's an organization that the system tried to always make seem like we're crazy, we're weak, we're wrong. And, you know, here my mother, after being shot at, after being beaten, after being, they threatened, they said they were going to kill her. And she had me in a prison cell 3 weeks after all of this trauma that she experienced, and makes me feel good about her, the strength of her.
By having him naturally.
With no doctors, no medicine, no needles, no help from anybody except the muscles that God put in her body that she worked to get strong.
Now that you have brought that up, tell me a little bit about MOVE. What is the MOVE organization all about?
The MOVE organization is a revolutionary organization founded by a black man called John África. John África put MOVE in touch with life, life being the priority. The air, the water, the soil that feeds us, the sun that warms us, you know, anything that's alive, that's what's important. That's what John África teaches MOVE to believe in and have faith in, because there is nothing more important than life, and life provides everything that we need. You see, those that want to demonize MOVE and defame MOVE can't live without our belief, without life.
Right.
But we can live, everybody, all of life can live without everything invented by this system. And that's the true measure of necessity. So when you make life your priority, which is what John África teaches MOVE to do, you can't go wrong. And it puts you in conflict with this system and those running it,
because those running this system don't believe in life at all. They don't believe in the air. They believe in poisoning the air. They don't believe in the water that you must have. They believe in poisoning the water. They don't believe in the earth that feeds all of life. They believe in putting chemicals and poisons in the earth that provides food.
So how the ideology or that philosophy originated from?
From Giant Africa, and from what Giant Africa teaching us about the importance of life never being disputed.
Yeah, but
nobody can dispute
where
that.
did he get that from?
Oh, now that
God.
yeah.
He got it from God. I mean,
So he got it from God, and I'm glad that, because that's the one of the discussion we were having over the crab. You know, what is God to you? Because I think the definition of God is different than
the definition
the
of God.
traditional.
Definition of God to move people is nature. It's Mama nature. I mean, it's what you need. I mean, what's more godly than the water? It's what's more godly than the air? You can. Nobody can even practice a religion without the air.
Ramona,
It's the coordinating force of life, you know, of life. I mean, anything that you must have, you know, was put there by the God of life. We don't control the heartbeat in our chest. We don't control the breath that we breathe. There is a force that coordinates all of that, that keeps the air moving, keeps the water moving, that keeps the sun warm and brilliant. We don't control that. There is a force that controls that, and that force is nature, Mother Nature.
Ramona, take us back to what causes the bombing in 1985. So our viewer, those especially the new generation that don't remember or didn't experience that, they might have an idea what actually took place.
Well, to cut it to the quick, to get to the nitty gritty, what caused this government to bomb us is that they had come at MOVE with everything that they have. They beat us up, they locked us up, they tried to bribe us, intimidate us. They tried everything to stop MOVE, and they could not do it because MOVE will not give in. MOVE will not submit to what is wrong. We will always fight for what is right. And as my brother Mike told you, in '78, when our family was attacked under the administration of Mayor Frank Rizzo and wrongfully imprisoned for 30 to 100 years each, MOVE would not accept that. We continue to fight against it and expose the conspiracy because these government officials know that our family is innocent, but they just wanted to get rid of them, put them in jail for as long as possible since they failed to kill our family in August of 1978. And we would not be quiet about it. We would not go away. The issue was always out there because we kept it out there. And because government officials tried everything that they know of to shut us up and get rid of us, and it didn't work, they finally decided, look, we have to do something here. And just like they do with other countries outside of the United States, if they cannot control a head official of another country, they kill them. They assassinate them. And that's what they tried to do to MOVE, tried to wipe us out, assassinate us. And they did kill 11 of our family members, 5 of them babies, not just by dropping the bomb, but that bomb igniting a fire, and the fire department and other officials, just blatantly deciding, consciously deciding they were not going to put the fire out, they were going to let it burn. And when me and my family realized that our home was on fire, and we started hollering that we were coming out, and we tried to come out, we were met with a barrage of police gunfire deliberately aimed at us to try to prevent anybody from escaping that blazing inferno. As it is, 2 of us escaped, myself and a little boy named Birdie Africa. We're the only 2 that, escaped. But this government did what it does best.
One of the reasons that the government uses is that you guys had a lot of weapons, arms, guns. Why the movement was so armed?
First of all, that's a lie. We were not armed, heavily armed. It's the government that's heavily armed. If they have a problem with weapons, then shut down Smith & Wesson, shut down Browning, disarm all them cops that walk around with, guns on their hips. It's not MOVE that's a threat, with guns. It's not MOVE that goes around shooting people 40, 50 times, So that's a lie, period. First of all, we don't believe in guns. The government does. Secondly, if we were armed, so what? It was in defense of our family, in defense, of ourselves from being attacked by this government's cops, its officials. But MOVE was not heavily armed. That's a lie. That's just something they threw out there to try to divert people's attention from what they did. Because, first of all, they said that in '78 that they came out and attacked MOVE and tried to kill MOVE, because that's what it came down to. They weren't trying to arrest MOVE people. They came out there to kill MOVE people.
In '78?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They came in '78. They said they came out there because MOVE had housing code violations.
Okay.
Housing code violations. I never saw 600 police armed with the artillery of war go to a house because they got housing code violations. I mean, Philadelphia right now is full of houses that I'm telling you that you couldn't sleep in. They got holes in the roof, and they don't care about the housing authority don't go out there and fix houses up for people and just take care of people like that.
Or even demand that landlords fix them.
No, and I mean, how many, it's historic. A lot of people don't even have homes to live in. But they're talking about they came to MOVE house because they had housing code violations. They didn't care nothing about the people that was in that house.
Ramona, you did what, 7 years?
I did 7 years in prison.
But you have
for
the option.
Surviving.
You have the option of not doing those 7 years because they did offer you a way out of the doing the 7 years. Why didn't you take that?
Well, what I was told by the Pennsylvania Parole Board after 16 months, which was my minimum, my maximum was 7 years, I was told that they would release me. They would grant me parole and I could walk out of there if I agreed to sever all ties with my family, have absolutely no contact with any MOVE person. That would have included Mike
and that is the problem with the people that's in prison now, because they're saying that one of the stipulations that they're putting on them is they asked my father, if we let you out, will you still be a MOVE member? If we let you out, will you stay in contact with MOVE people? Well, I mean, I'm a MOVE member. His grandchildren are MOVE members. What, he can't see his grandchildren? I mean, and same thing with my mom. They and the other prisoners. It's just.
And what crime did they commit? What crime did Mike commit? What crime
I've
did
never been
his
convicted of a
grandkids?
crime. My children have never been convicted. They've never seen the inside of a prison.
They allow you to visit those in prison?
Yeah.
But they won't allow you in certain prisons?
In certain prisons. The prison that my brother Eddie Africa is in, has been in for years, and now Mumi Abu Jamal, our brother, is there at the same prison. That's the one prison that will not allow me to visit. They keep saying you're a former inmate. I've been out of jail 20 years. 20 years last May. Never been arrested again, never had any incidents or problems at any of the other prisons that I visit. But for some reason, that particular prison.
And they're saying she's a former inmate, but there's other former inmates that are allowed in that prison.
Since you don't utilize the system per se to survive, how is your organization being
Utilized?
well?
We will use anything. We won't misuse anything.
Okay.
But we will use anything to, you know, keep this work going and to bring this system
Are you
down.
sending your kid to school?
My kids do not go to school.
Okay, so you're not utilizing
they're
the
homeschooled.
system.
They're homeschooled.
You home? Okay, all of them.
All the ones that are of age. Yeah. I mean,
And why is that?
because I mean, we believe in doing what's right, doing what's necessary, being smart. You know, you can't go down the street without needing to read a street sign. I mean, why would we, you know, it would be very stupid of us to not prepare our kids for what they need so that they can navigate their ways through. I mean, we teach them how to count. I mean, there's certain things that they need to know, but we don't put priority on anything other than what is absolutely necessary, and that is to be strong, to be right, to understand the difference between right and wrong.
And you say, why not? Columbine, kids getting raped in school by teachers and counselors, kids getting kidnapped on the way to and from school and murdered.
So
the things that they teach you in school, like root for the cowboys while Indians are being slaughtered, you know. I went to school, Catholic school, for 12 years. And I had to be in maybe 10th, 11th grade before I even realized in a Catholic school that Egypt was in Africa, you know? So there you go.
So and that's something new. That you used to be a Catholic before, and a drastic change. You know, how do you support your movement? Since I don't think that you're receiving any funding from the government, correct?
Well, we use whatever we have to, but we do support ourselves. I do lectures literally all over the world, and I get honorariums. That brings money into the organization. Mike has his own business. He can tell you about that.
And I saw part of
landscaping business.
Yeah.
Landscaping business. We plant trees and fertilize lawns and keep the property in the lawn area clean. We keep it green. We keep it growing. That's what we do. And we also have a construction business where we, you know, keep people living in nice houses. You know.
If anybody would like to get in touch with your organization, how can they go about do that?
There's a number of ways people can contact MOVE. One, you can call us, 215-386-1165. Again, that's 215-386-1165. You can email us at On the Move, that's ONAMOVELLJA at AOL.com. On the Move, LLJA at AOL.com. And you can go to our website, which is onthemove.com, and get information about MOVE and get in touch with us.
We got 3 minutes left. In those 3 minutes left, I would like to start with Mike. How would you like the public to remember or to view the MOVE organization?
Remember? Well, I think remember is like a thing where things are past tense. I don't want people to remember us like we're gone. I want people to know that we're here.
Okay.
And I don't, you know, I want people to understand that our family is in prison unjustly, and they're still there. You know, 34 years later, they're still in prison. And, you know, I want people to understand that they, just like you want to see your people home, we want to see our people home. The government, they put our people in prison unjustly, and, you know, we got to fight to get them out. Remember that.
Remember that. Ramona?
I would like people to remember one important thing that MOVE represents, that John Africa have instilled in MOVE. You can never accept anything that's wrong or unjust without it coming back to bite you. If you allow an injustice, a wrong to exist, it's going to fester and thrive, and ultimately you will be victimized by it. So this is not an issue of just move. Move is 9 people that were sent to prison, 10 including our brother Mumia Abu Jamal. But there are millions of people in prison across this country. A lot of them unjustly did not even do what they were accused of doing. We cannot afford to allow these wrongs, these injustices to stand without doing something about it, without feeling obligated to do something about it.
Well, you had it. I told you it was going to be very, very interesting and very impacting. And the telephone number again to contact Ramona of the movement is the 215-386-1165. If you have any question, or if you want to be part of it, or if you want to support, what they're doing, and or if you want to, well, they're very skillful individual. I've seen some of Mike's work, and he could put it back nicely, very nicely.
Trees,
everything,
patio.
right?
Give me a call.
Yeah. Next month, we will have a follow-up because there will be one person visiting Mumia Abu Jamal in prison, and we will bring you back some of the feedback on that. So I want to thank you, viewer, for taking your time, spending with us this Sunday. And we invite you for our next program next Sunday, every second Sunday of the month, Impacto Latino. Muchísimas gracias por participar con nosotros y será entonces hasta noviembre 9, si no me equivoco, cuando nuevamente estaremos con ustedes. Noviembre 11, cuando estaremos con ustedes. Así que Dios les bendiga, Dios les guarde. Until next time.
Como la luna que alumbra por la noche los caminos, como las hojas al viento, como el sol espanta el frío, como la tierra la lluvia, como el mar espera el río, así espero tu regreso a la tierra del olvido.
Sin tu amor
yo me muero.
Tú tienes la llave de mi corazón.
Yo te quiero
más que mi vida, porque sin tu amor
yo me muero. Chopacho, roncona, chopacho.
yo te doy.